Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Myself, I am Lavkush Jogi. I have completed MSc in Agriculture, Seed Science and Technology, Specialization Seed Science and Technology from HNV Central University, Srinagar, Uttarakhand in 2020. I have got 52 rank in PhD program Seed Science and Technology from Indian Council of Agricultural Research ICR All India Entrance Examination for Admission in 2021. Today I am going to tell about the topic seed production of leaf, root and stem vegetables. Potato. Potato has special seed production problems as the quality characteristics of seed potatoes are influenced by a number of factors and important amongst them are the disease and pest, namely viruses, fungi, bacteria and nematodes. Once the seed tuber is infected by the pathogens, especially viruses, permeate through the plant system. The plant growth therefore declines and the yield reduces progressively. It is therefore important that seed stock should not only be genetically pure but also should be in right physiological conditions and disease free at the time of planting. Seed production technology developed for seed potato production thus aims at producing disease free genetically pure seeds. Seed production technology. There are no two independent channel of seed production for hills and plains. Hill seeds, the seed produced in hill 2500 meters above sea level at suitable locations is called as hill seeds. Plain seed, the seed produced in plains at suitable locations is called plain seed. Northern plains have emerged as a as an important source of potato seed production. The low aphid plains seed is in right physiological conditions at the planting time and yields higher than the traditional hill ground seeds. The bits of low aphid incidence is given below. Plains zone. Low aphid incidence spread northwestern plains October to end December, north central plains October to 10 January, northeastern plains October to 20th January. Once healthy seed potatoes are introduced into the system of growing them during low aphid period, accompanied by a systematic insecticide application, rogging and removal of helms before the aphids attains critical number and the regrowth is checked, the health standards for the seed crop could be maintained for a number of generations. This system of seed potatoes production has been designated as seed plot technique. Seed production in eastern plains, Deccan Plateau and southern latitudes. In these areas, the effective low aphid period is particularly absent. In such situations, reasonably healthy seeds consistent with economic yield could be produced by using systematic insecticide to reduce the build-up of insect vector and the prolong the growing seasons of the crop. It should thus be not obligatory to replace seed annually is in large quantities from the northern states. It could be imported in smaller quantities every year and multiplied for 1 to 2 clonal generations. Seed production in Nilgiris. In the Nilgiris, aphid populations is lower during summer crop than in the autumn and winter crops. Therefore, the seed should be maintained from the produce of the summer crops only from these areas which are free from yeast forming nematodes. The treatment of seed potatoes with sprout suppressants, the CIPC and forex at the rate of 0.5 kg quintal can maintain the seed stocks in good physiological condition in farm stores in the absence of cold storage facilities. Thus, the seed stock from the summer crop can be stored without deteriorations until the next planting season, that is September to March April. Seed plot technique for production of seed potato. Stage of seed production for seed multiplication and certification purposes following stages are recognized. Foundations first, progeny of the breeder seed. Foundation second, progeny of the foundation first. Certified first, progeny of the foundation second. Certified second, progeny of the certified first. This is the case of those varieties which have a low rate of multiplication and in year of shortage of seed. Land requirements. A crop of seed potatoes shall not be eligible for certification if grown on land infested with wart and by cyst forming nematodes or brown rot and non cysts forming nematodes within the previous 3 years and common scab preference should be given to 2-3 year crop rotations. The soil of selected fields should be drained and aerated deep having of pH range of 5.2 to 6.4. Isolation requirements. A minimum isolation distance of 5 meters for foundation seed and certified seed class should be provided all around of seed field to separate it from fields of other varieties and field of the same variety not conforming to varietal purity and health requirements for certification. Brief culture practices. 1. Time of sowing. The sowing should be done from 20th September when rain is low or 25 September up to 15th October. Delayed plantings will result in poor yields. 2. Seed rate. Seed rate depends upon tuber size. 25 to 30 quintal of seed potato per hectare will be sufficient if usual size tuber 4 to 6 centimeter are used. 3. Source of seed. Often nucleus or foundation seeds from source approved by certification agency. 4. Preparation of field. Prepare the field to good tilth by deep ploughing, 3 to 4 harrowings followed by leveling. 5. Fertilization for a good seed crop. The medium type of soils need 100 to 125 kg nitrogen, 80 to 100 kg phosphorus and 80 to 100 kg potash per hectare. Variations may be made according to the soil test. Besides the fertilizers, farmyard manure may be added at the rate of 25 tons per hectare. If soil is poor in organic matter, a leguminous crop B for potatoes may be also partially replace organic matter requirements applied to phosphorus, potash and half of nitrogen at the time of sowing. The remaining half of nitrogen should be applied about 35 days after sowing or when the plants are about 25 to 30 centimeter high. For best result, the fertilizer should be placed either 5 centimeter below to tubers or on the side. 6. Method of sowing. Whole tubers should be used for planting. Tubers should be under supporting spots 0.5 to 1 centimeter long for quick emergence. After 15th October, when the temperature goes down, cut tubers can also be used for planting. As per prevailing local practices, care must be taken that each piece to be used for planting has 2 or 3 emerging eyes and weighs at least 40 gram. By this practice, the seed rate is reduced considerably. Plant the tuber for 3 to 4 centimeter deep in the soil, having adequate moisture at planting. Tubers should not come into direct contact with fertilizers, which should be placed right below the seed potato. Row to row spacing 60 centimeter and tuber to tuber spacing at 15 to 20 centimeter is recommended. For best result, a potato planters may be used which will piece fertilizer, insecticide and seed in proper row relations to each other. 7. Irrigations. Potato require light and frequent irrigation. First irrigation should be follow immediately after emergence. Subsequent irrigations should be given at proper intervals. The top of the ridge should not be submerged. Restrict the irrigation after the crop has tuberized well. Withhold irrigation by the third week of December, 10 to 15 days before cutting of helms. At interculture, keep the field free from weeds. At least one earthing up is a must. It should be done when plants attain the height of 15 centimeter. Exposed tubers should be covered with soil during subsequent earthing up. 9. Halm cutting. The practice of halm cutting is adopted as a precautionary measures to avoid chances of viral disease transmission through the vector like aphids. The halms must be cut by the end of December or at the latest by the first week of January before the aphid populations reaches the critical stage. 20 aphids per 100 compound leaves. No regrowth should be allowed. 10. Insect and disease control. Insect aphid acids. Control measures: apply 15 kg per hectare Thimet 10G at the time of first earthing up, or spray Rogar or Metacystox at 625 ml per hectare. After 60 days of sowing, if required, spray 300 ml of dimecron or 625 ml of Metacystox per hectare. Potato cut form: apply 6.25 liters Aldrin per hectare in 2500 liters of water before sowing, or incorporate 50 kg 5% Aldrin dust per hectare in the soil before sowing. Leaf eating caterpillar: spray thiodon or polythene at the rate of 750 ml in 625 liter of water per hectare. Disease: seed-borne disease. Treat the potato seed with Aglol solutions at 5 gram per liter of water. Early blight and late blight of potato. Spray the crop with Dithan M45 at 2.25 kg per hectare in 625 liter of water. Black skirt, black scarf. Deep the seed potato is in aglo solutions are benlet at the rate of 100 gram in 100 liter of water for 3 minutes. Rogging. Very careful rogging is required for producing a high quality crop of sweet potato. The rogging is to be done at the following steps. First rogging should be done 25 days after sowing to remove A. All virus affected plants, and B. Plants apparently belonging to other varieties and which can be identified from foliage. Second rogging. It should be done when the crop is fully growth. This would be about 50 to 60 days after sowing. At this time tuber are formed, and therefore while rogging not only upper portions of plant but all the tuber belonging to the plant should be removed carefully. Also at this stage the virus affected plant as well as off type, if any, should be removed. Third rogging. This is the third of final rogging and should be done just before cutting the foliage. Foliage should be not cut unless this rogging has been completed. At this stage, all virus affected plants and off types plants, if any, along with their tubers have to very carefully removed so that no such plants are left in the fields. Harvesting. A time of harvest. The crop is ready for harvest 10 to 15 days after hilums cutting. When the skin of tuber has hardened, premature harvesting causes handling problems as the soft skins get easily peeled off and further such tubers cannot withstand long transportations and storage. B. Soil condition at the time of harvest. At the time of potato digging and the moisture in soil should be optimum of obtaining clean tubers. C. Method of harvest and curing. The harvesting of seed potatoes can be done by any of the equipment available in the market. For this purpose, every effort should be made of avoid cuts, recess, etc. After harvesting, tubers should be not of left exposed to the hot sun for the prolonged period, not more than an hour. It should be immediately lifted and carried to an airy shed and kept in piles. Height 1 meters, width 3 meters for 7 to 10 days so that the sufficient moisture evaporates and further hardening of skins is achieved. If sets are not available, piles may be made in field and covered with dry helms. Sorting and grading. When the potatoes are properly cured, grading should be done A single grade from 3.0 to 5.5 centimeter being made of the present of blend seeds by hand grading. While grading the shape, color, depth of eyes, etc. Of tubers should be critically examined and of types discarded. In addition to of types, the tubers with cuts, bridges, cracks, or otherwise mechanically damaged are showing visible symptoms of lead blight, dry rot, charcoal rot, wheat rot escape, black scarf, etc. should be invariably be removed. Lead blight affected tubers can be recognized by sunken purple spots of the surface at the flesh has brown necrosis. In dry rot affected tubers, brown patches are observed on the surface of the tubers. These patches enlarge and become sunken. The skin become ringed in the form of irregular concentric rings. In charcoal rot affected tuber, black areas initially appears around eyes and lenticels. The spots spread further the ultimately cover the whole tuber. On cutting the tuber, the internal tissues show black patches beneath the affected areas. Black scarf affected tuber have chocolate colored sclerotia on the tubers, often surfaces as hard bodies and maybe minute are as large as P and maybe cover a greater part of the tuber. Packing. After sorting and grading, the seed potatoes should be put in clean Hessian's bags 50 kg size and the bags appropriately labeled. Movement and storage. Soon after packing, the seed potatoes should be removed. The ends use areas for cold storage. If the ambient temperatures are above 32 degrees Celsius, the sweet potatoes should be first be kept in pre-cooling chambers or in a cool place for pre-conditioning and then stored cold storage temperature from the 2.2 to 3.3 centigrade Celsius degree Celsius, 75 to 80% relative humidity. Periodic inspections of seed stock in cold storage is necessary to ensure that stock are keeping good. Turning off bag during rainy seasons helps in providing aerations. Thanks.